I think horror movies are a big part of everyone's childhood. You got Michael Myers, you got Freddy Krueger. But do you really think a young, naive little kid could survive one of these movies? That my guy, you got the whole thing twisted. If the adults can survive, then what makes you think the kids could? I don't know about y'all, but my childhood, I went outside, played video games, and just did normal kids. So if I found myself in one of these movies, I want to know what to do. But since I'm an adult now, I think I could really survive these horror movies. You guys know my thought process. Without further ado, okay, let's say it's the 80s and you've been job searching for months and you finally get a gig at a camp in a rural area of New Jersey. At first red flag, it's a rural area. And then second, it's New Jersey. All type of weird things happen over there. Then 5 years prior, you already know what happened to the past counselors. They all got packed up. So how about you just stay home, get back on a D, or do whatever else? Okay, let's say you do this have to go through with the job. You know what happened 5 years prior at the same camp. What's the first rule of horror movies? Never split up. Most of the kills Jason get are people by themselves doing whatever. Let's say you hear a scream in the distance and one of your fellow counselors got packed up by a 6'5", half undead man creature. It's when you round everybody up and stick together and you all come to a conclusion they should do something about this guy. But we know he's immune to pretty much everything. Gunshots, stab wounds. So that's the hard part. All right, so hear me out. Let's say you got some preparation. All you gotta do is get a 3-foot thick steel box. Now where you get that? Don't ask me, I don't make the rules. Let's just say you found it somewhere. Now you get a shotgun like my boy Mike and blast him. Now all you gotta do is cut up all his body parts, throw it in the box, weld it shut, and bury the box 10 feet underwater. Problem solved. All right, now with Chucky, this is easy, dub. All right, well, if you guys don't know, maybe you're living under a rock or something. It's about a serial killer named Charles Lee Ray who hid in a toy store running from my boy Detective Mike. And Charles tried to hit that counter damage, but my boy Mike hit that weak. And as Charles was dying, he had that famous villain line that every villain says after being bested. Then as Charles was stumbling around, he ran into the famous good guy doll that we all know today. He started doing some voodoo magic and put his soul into this doll. So basically you got a serial killer in a doll's body with grown man strength. That just boosted all his attributes by 99. All right, so here's my plan. But we all know the known ways to defeat Chucky are set him on fire, destroy the doll, or shoot him in the heart. But he comes back every time. Bro's like an ex that won't leave you alone. But this is basically my solution to all this. Get a durable safe, put Chucky inside of it, put concrete around it, and toss his ass in a Mariana Trench. Simple, 1000 IQ. Alright, this by far has to be one of the easiest movies to survive ever. So you're in a rural area of Texas with your homies on a road trip. And everything's going good. You laughing together, listening to music, looking at the scenery, smelling the fresh air. You know, everything a rural area has to offer. Then you encounter a hitchhiker. How about instead of picking him up like in a movie, you don't. I mean, just look at him. Look like he's full of trouble. Okay, let's say you did pick him up because you're a good Samaritan or whatever. You keep it short and don't talk to a guy who look like he just got done hanging out with the vampires. Especially after he cut his hand like he performed a blood ritual. And the crew just staring at him like a deer in headlights. I would have kicked him out of my car so fast like Jazz off Fresh Prince. But you just have to let him stay because you're a good Samaritan, remember? Then bro decides to use their homie's arm like he cut a piece of cheese. I mean, the red flags were there. After all that, they finally decided to kick him out. I would have been out of that area as fast as I could. But of course, the crew decided to stop for gas not too far from where they dropped off the hitchhiker. And the guy at the gas station told them they're all the gas. That's another red flag. How can a gas station be out of gas? Like 2020 when all the stores were out of toilet paper. It's just something you wouldn't expect. And the man tells them that they're all out of gas and it's to stay around for later when he gets another shipment. And they stay. What they should have done was got up out of there. That's what I would have done. So they stay around and this is where the start of unfortunate events happen. You meet a 6'4" masked lunatic where he decides to put all your homeboys on the shirt. When all you have to do was mind your business and keep driving. Alright, what else gonna do it for my first video? Some iteration of horror movies I will survive, or how horror movie characters should act in horror movies, or whatever you want to call it. Well, I hope y'all enjoy, and hopefully I can make more videos like this in the future. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment. What was your favorite part, or how would you do it differently? Be much appreciated. Bye, I'm out.
Alright, I'ma fuck with you.